Man is only as good as its systems. A person is only as good and strong and commendable as his systems. His motivation may matter, his fire, where it comes from, definitely matters. Without the combination of both, it's going to be very hard to put lots of stuff into practice. But man really is as good as his systems. For example, I'm in my third year of university now. I've moved in, and very quickly I settled. Emotionally, I probably settled within a week, or within a few days. And in terms of actual physical laying out of my items and stuff, probably about a few days at most. A man is only as good as his systems. I might pack all my stuff, move here, and then develop the motivation once I'm here to pack my stuff because I want things set and orderly. But that motivation does come from previous conditioning. It was not always my intention to create a clean space or create a productive space or to be in an area and do certain things over time. That's not been my motivation always. But one thing that I can say is that I've tried to develop that. And you develop that through trial and error, obviously. This is my third year. So in my first year when I was moving from home, in my second year, the amount of times I've moved in and out, definitely it's provided me something. But if I give you an example, the systems that I now have in place, I have a routine. I have a specific thing that I need to do in the morning. I need to eat fruit every single morning. I need to exercise at least once or twice a week. I need to lift at least once or twice a week. I need to run at least once or twice a week. I need to eat protein with pretty much most of my meals. I need to get sunlight. I need to wake up before midday. I need to sleep at least before 3 a.m., max. And so these systems are in place. They're systems of enforcing, because when I do enforce it in the short term through motivation, I then get the rewards from it short term, such as waking up on time, getting the sun in my face, feeling the benefits of that, or waking up on time, eating fruit every single morning and getting the benefits of hydration and muscle recovery and skin health and hair health and mood regulation and insulin control and a bunch of things, right? So I use motivation to push the habit short term and then do that regularly when I have the motivation, to the point of where it becomes a natural system for me. And so I no longer need to remind myself that I need to eat fruit in the morning, because the systems that I've created have already put into place that there's a watermelon in my fridge. So I don't have to worry about protein because I know I will have meat in the fridge. I don't need to worry about keeping things clean and tidy and not leaving dishes for too long, because the previous motivation of mine has set it into place to where now it's a natural habit. Everything's formed. I don't have my coffee, then do my chores. I do my chores, I set up my bed. It really does start off with your bed, because if you're not motivated to clean up your bed once you get out of it, then you're not basically getting it ready for later on when you get into it. So essentially what you're saying is, it doesn't matter what I do, things just lie around for no reason, right? But that's not it. You don't have to tuck your bed in, you don't have to do all of that, but at least get up, fold it quickly, and then dust it off, just so you've made an intention that you've set your day up. And this can go for many things, Showering, you don't have to shower till later, but if you get it done and over with first thing, then that's most days that's not even going to be a task for you to even think about doing because it is your norm, right? Wake up, just like some people's coffee is not even a thought, they get it. For other people it's other stuff, but everything is set and in order because whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, you've set that up through conditioning, through intention, through introspection, through some understanding that this thing is something that needs to be done, or that I need to do it, or that I do and have done it for a long time. So this can be both good and bad. So essentially you can condition yourself. And before, I probably ate a handful of fruits within a year. Now I eat that same amount in a day sometimes. So it's all dependent on your systems. I made it important to myself. I was like, why not? First I made it easy for myself. That's the key that people need to understand as well, is that if you have any habits that you want to keep, you got to make it somewhat easy for yourself. You can't expect, oh, I'm gonna run 5k every week, or I'm gonna run 10k every week, or I'm gonna maximum lifts, and I'm just gonna propel myself forward in all my lifts and every single week. That's not possible. So you need to make it palatable. Especially you need to see where you come from, what position you're in. So you need to accept the position that you're in, and that's hard for people as well because they identify with their situation. But let's say you've accepted your situation, you don't identify with it, then you can start making changes. Oh yeah, I do this more often, or I do eat out a bit too often, or I do sleep a bit late, or I do need to not, oh, but I'm that type of person, not, that's just me, not, this and that. We're very changeable human beings, we're constantly changing. We can take something out and then put something new in. We're not actually fully reliant on anything, even food and water, to a certain extent. So what does this mean? It means we need to be trying. We need to first and foremost accept the situation that we're in, why we're in it, how much of it is in our control. And then it's simple things, man. Are you getting enough sunlight? Are you breathing properly? Are you attending the things that you need to attend? Are you engaging socially? And that's okay if you're not able to do all of these things within the week or within the day. But it's just the attempt. It's the using the motivation, trying to create an action rather than thought. And then these things start to come into place. It's not very easy because people want something to change overnight. And also, don't expect every habit to stick with you as well. There's stuff I've done for months and I've just stopped doing them because I didn't see as much benefit, or there's multitude of reasons. So experiment, don't expect everything to stick. And obviously be gentle and kind with yourself because you're a person, and so you're also not able to do everything even if you've previously done it and all that stuff as well. So you have to take all of these things into account. But after you've taken all these things into account, being empathetic, being honest with yourself, that's when the true actions start, because you're no longer pitying yourself, you're no longer making excuses for yourself, you're no longer thinking, you're just doing, and you're doing what you think works. And then you're just trying and trying and trying day after day, nothing crazy. I'll wake up in the morning, instead of grabbing and frying this or doing that or this and that, I'm just gonna cut up simply one slice of a fruit, eat that with the coffee, and if I feel hungry afterwards, great, I'll go make something. If not, I'm at least gonna be satiated for a bit and get nutrition and minerals and all that stuff in as well. So that's what I've been doing. I wake up, I have a slice of something, a watermelon or something, or eat some berries or something, or any fruit that I can get my hands on, with some coffee, with a small sweet treat if that's okay as well. And again, it's not about denying yourself. It's not about being so restrictive that you're pretending that you're an athlete or something. Even athletes have their favorite foods once in a while. So the thing is you have to be realistic. You have to treat yourself as who you are, not anyone else. You also have to, just be kind to yourself, be generous to yourself, but also realize that being kind and generous means that not letting yourself do things that put you in a hole. So you have to recognize yourself as a person. You have to nurture and care and provide for this person that you interact with daily and that you wake up with. So just imagine you woke up and you were responsible for someone who looked exactly like you, who was exactly like you, but you were just responsible for them. They're your deepest, closest friend, or they're someone from your family or something, but they can't live without you. So what do? You have to get up, you have to, drag them to the bathroom, you have to drag them to the shower, you have to, take them and clean their bed and dust everything off. You have to, if the room is messy, you pick it up, you throw it away, whatever needs to be thrown away, something that you yourself would not want to see, that you would not want them to see, and they would clearly not feel comfortable with having that in their environment, no matter how much they say. So the key is trying putting that effort in, and without, it's like kind of like separating yourself, because if you were acting in accordance to what you should be doing, you'd be doing that stuff, as in to take care of and be responsible for a human being. That's what you would be doing. But because you don't care about yourself, because you don't think yourself is as important as others, or you've just not been taught or conditioned, or you don't understand it in your bones that I should be taking care of myself, I should be doing these things, this is natural. And on top of that, there's layers to that. It's not only natural, but there's things that I want to achieve in this life that need to be done. There's people I need to please. There's, as in, people you care about, that you want, they have faith in you and you want to succeed for them. So there's, of course, the baseline layer. You're not going to care. It's going to be very hard for you to truly care about the other stuff, like your family's visions for you, or your friends' like visions for you, in the sense of like, oh, this person is this, or he's that, or this and that, if you don't understand who they're talking about. And let's say you don't have anything impressive going on and all of that stuff, you are still someone that needs to be taken care of because you exist. So work with that as well. So yeah, you are as good as your systems. The key is not to rely too much on motivation and just carry on the momentum. Even if it's little, what can you do now? What can you do now? What can you do today? What can you do today? So taking a deep breath, realize that you can't do everything at once, and that you have to take things piece by piece, especially if you want to put rigorous effort into something and sustained focus. And also realize that you're not going to get everything. And when you come to terms with all of this, and you don't see yourself as just a machine, then things come into place. You have a bit more empathy and kindness for yourself, and then you end up doing things more than just because you're told, or that you think you should do it, but because you want to do it. So yeah, I do want to wake up every morning, have fruit first thing. I do, because I realize what it provides for me. I do realize I do want to train multiple times a week. I do want to get the sun on my face every single day. I do want to go on walks. I do want to engage and speak with family and friends. I do want to engage in public. So it's because even the small amounts that I've done these things that I need improvement on. I've seen benefits, and using what little using the little motivation that I have, or understanding that certain things need to be enforced on a certain level, has got me to this point. And that's after years and years and years of effort. But it seems like I struggle, but it's just been fun along the way, because you realize there are certain things that are crucial, that make you feel amazing and insane, and make you prosper and, go forth in the world as you're supposed to. And you can only understand where that is if you try things out and you're okay with messing up. But yeah, the key should be trying to create a system to where wherever you go, whoever you are, that your body knows what it needs to be doing, and it does it. So yeah, stay safe out there.